What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unprivileged AF Podcast, where truths don't tap dance and opinions come unfiltered. I'm Big C, and as always, I'm rolling with the Ig'nit Intellectuals. Janelle, DA, and D Mage. Christy Pretty Smoke Jackson's out today, but she's still with us in spirit and probably cussing at the screen. Today, we got a whole lot of smoke. Shedeur Sanders got passed up like an open receiver on third and short, and folks are big mad or big confused. Meanwhile, Shannon Sharpe's name is out here doing backflips in the media with some serious allegations raising eyebrows. We're going to ask questions folks too scared to ask and call out their agendas hiding in plain sight. Buckle up. It's about to get unprivileged AF for real. Oh, and while you're here, go ahead and hit that like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Don't just eavesdrop, participate. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, did you share this live with us so we can share on my page? Because I don't see it.
How's everybody doing?
I'm good. Good. How you? I had an amazing weekend. I had a yard sale. I paid $650.
Oh, let me hold some.
I'm gonna need all that to pay for this move that I got coming. Need all that. And to bring them ducats to the closing, because I got to bring some bands.
Yeah.
Few racks. Not a few racks. Yeah, that's more. Yeah. 34 of them racks to the closing.
You should have told the seller's agent to help you with that closing.
But it's a seller's market. They not doing none of that.
Yes,
Trust
they
me.
are.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe where you at, they not doing none of that right now.
That's the thing.
My house, and I'm not. I ain't giving a quarter. They not getting a quarter.
My last 4 deals, sellers have, if they didn't pay the whole closing, they paid some on closing.
Yeah, that's what. Well,
Just
I ain't getting shit on mine.
Did you ask?
I did.
You did ask. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. And I'm all right with that because I'm giving them the same energy when it's my turn.
That's what's up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What else? How's everybody else's week been? Mine been uneventful, just working. Story of my life. I have no life. I know how I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been sitting there, thinking about a lot of different, things. I'm really into the top 5 list right now, so I'm just putting top 5 lists together for different things, and it's like, and you know what? I'm more conflicted on things than I ever knew.
Such as?
Well, I was thinking about like the top 5 rappers turned actors. Now, of course, like number 1, it would definitely be Will Smith.
Okay.
But for me, rappers turn actors. This is for me. This is my list. But number 2, when I really think about somebody who hasn't missed as a rapper turned actor, it'd probably be, I used to have LL up in there. And I was like, but it's really probably Donald Glover. Donald Glover for me.
Really count him as a rapper for real?
I mean, he's challenged them. Yeah, he had like 3-4 practice or projects out. So I mean, yeah, I mean, he's a rapper.
Where Cube and DMX falling this at?
Yeah, I mean, Cube and DMX are definitely on the list, and then I got an honorable mention, probably that 5th. Cube and DMX, I had them 3 or 4.
Okay.
You can switch them back and forth, and then that 5th one, I'm kind of, I don't know about like Method Man and T.I. I don't know where they come in with that. And then Queen Latifah's also right there. I just, I'm.
Oh yeah, you gotta put Latifah in there. She got an ongoing show right now.
Yeah. I mean,
it's done though.
And she but you say it got what now?
Didn't they cancel it now? Equalizer's done.
I think they did. Well, did Equalizer? Did they?
She get about 6 seasons out of that though.
Yeah. She got enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but don't do Method Man. Don't do Method Man.
But Latifah, now that you mentioned it, Damon, Latifah up there also, had some Broadway credits with Chicago. So I mean, she actually has done some.
Latifah out there. She out there.
Yeah. But I'll just, things like that just really, but like I said, when you really think about it, I mean, these are some things that really, it takes a little minute. You just can't, jot them down as quickly as you would think.
Yeah, like right now I can't think of any more rapper turned actors.
You can't think of any?
It's a few more out there.
I mean,
Snoop Dogg
right now.
Well, you say Snoop Dogg. I don't come on now. No, I don't consider it.
He's not one of the greatest actors out there. So
you didn't say great. You just said rappers turn actors.
Most Def.
Most Def solid. Most Def solid. He had some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, Nas got a movie in. he got Belly in. I think he did good in Belly.
Well, you do got the one with Jaquan in it. The one that was shot there in St. Louis. Blood Brothers.
Wow. You know what? How can I forget the actor with the longest running television show in history?
Ice-Cube, Ice-T.
Ice-T. I forgot all about Ice-T. That just
man, they've been roasting Ice-T like it ain't nothing. Have you seen his new ad on Facebook?
No.
Oh my God, you got to see his new ad on Facebook he's with flowers and puppies and all this other stuff and just laughing and grinning. It was like, boy, he didn't come a long way from Cop Killer. Oh man, you got to see it. You got to see it. I mean, he looks nothing like the old Ice Cube from the Power Disc.
Hey man, he done pimping, man. He done pimping. He pimping them dollars now.
Yeah,
man, you know what? Let me shut up, man. Tupac, man, come on.
Oh yeah. It's a list.
Not nothing this century though.
Well, all right, 50 Cent.
50 to does some, 50 to does some work.
Andre 3000.
He has a very short list. I mean, I did like the Jimi Hendrix movie he did.
That was fitting for him, for sure.
Yeah.
But he did another movie, and I'm like, he ain't getting no credit in it. What was that movie?
Damn. Common.
Oh yeah.
They not coming. They weren't coming.
Common got some work.
Yeah. I mean, he was in a lot of good stuff, man. I mean,
Now, does reality TV really count as acting?
I haven't put it in.
It's acting.
Okay, so I guess Flavor of Love ain't it then, huh?
Nah.
No Flavor Slave.
Nah.
All right. Well,
I mean, but that's all I've been. I've been trying to sit there, but now, like I said, I'm more conflicted than when I started. Just sit there talking to you guys about it. So,
yeah, that's something to think about. For sure.
I forgot about. I still can't think any more out there, but I would think one of the top ones would be LL. Would probably have to be in the top because I think he was actually the first one to start acting.
He may have been
Will Smith. Didn't he get before Will Smith?
When you really put him, because you really honestly though put him in front of Ice Cube and Will Smith.
Oh, that's a tough one. I definitely got Will Smith at the top. He didn't have the biggest roles.
He didn't have the biggest box office number.
And if you want to get technical with rappers, you want to get technical with it. My sister just sit there and just hit me. I guess she must be watching. Hey sis, she just said Mark Wahlberg. He was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch.
Hey, don't him too.
He was the actor, but I don't know about that rap career.
Right. All he has is that one. A good vibration. That's it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Marky.
Funky Bunch.
Ah, damn. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Check it out, man. So, why y'all think they waited for Shedeur to get to go all the way to the 5th round before he got drafted? You think they was trying to pull a Kaepernick on him, or?
Well, I mean, I have my thoughts on this. I didn't. I could understand a second round, but I do think it did have something to do with his father. I mean, people not wanting to deal with. I don't know if it was to humble him or just how can you tell Dion if you're a coach inside the system and you're not playing him and you're losing, the amount of pressure you would instantly be under would be enormous. You know, it's just and and looking at it. Okay, you got Shedeur. He's had a lot of success with his father. I mean, your job is pretty much on the line at that point. So I mean, I think that had a lot to do with it. A lot of people don't want to bring him in the building because immediately we're gonna see in Cleveland if he doesn't outright win the starting job. Basically whoever's in front of him, boy, they can't mess up.
Right.
They can't mess up.
But I don't know. I think he might end up going to Cleveland and showing them, showing everybody else. It'd be really. That would be a dope season if he get to Cleveland and carry them all the way to the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying. That would be a slap in the face to all the other teams.
Baby steps.
Be a slap. That would be a major slap in the face to everybody who passed the moat.
I'm a fan. I'm definitely a Shedeur fan. I was hurt by the brother not getting picked up in that second round. When you make it all the way to the 5th round, it was definitely NFL definitely was out to prove a point. They got their point loud and clear. You're not gonna come in here loud. We're gonna punish you for it. We're gonna shut you up. We're going to humble you. We don't like your daddy, So, yeah, he took it over the head for everybody. But I want to see him win, though. I think he is a really good quarterback. He's definitely not the 144th out of, in that draft, 2025 draft. He's definitely not that guy. He's definitely not the 4th, 5th quarterback to come out of this draft. He's definitely not that guy. So, yeah, I want to see him. I want to see him win, definitely. But he did get punished, though.
Probably still will once the season starts.
What, get punished?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to start him out the gate.
I mean, it's the business. They in the business to win games. At this point, he's in now. Either he's going to have to produce or they're going to sit him. I mean, it ain't. They want to win. Franchises want to win. So if he's producing, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. He just got to get in there and produce.
Yeah, he'll show him a training camp.
Yeah, you got to get in there and produce. Coaches already made it clear that they're not giving him a spot. He's gonna have to earn this spot. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
I saw today that they're saying basically you see that campaign that they're to support Shedeur. They want you to buy all his jerseys and gear on his site.
Yeah, I saw that. Saw that. Yeah, okay. I did. I saw that.
So what about
I don't know.
Support him how?
So what about his brother? Ain't nobody talking to his brother?
His brother got picked up. No, what?
Yeah, by Tampa Bay, right? He going to Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he wasn't. But see, I didn't see much of their games. So was he any good? Was he as good as Shedeur or?
Oh no. No, they had him a 4th, 5th round pick. I mean, you could, will he make he'll make a roster.
Yeah.
He'll definitely make a roster. Yeah. He's not, but I mean, no, it's Shedeur was arguably top 2, but he's definitely top 5 quarterback, top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sure. I mean, when you start taking these other guys, now you just you playing around. You playing in the
face. Yeah, that one cat gonna be 26 at the start of the season.
Right, come on, yeah. I mean, it's like, you playing in the man's face.
Yeah.
So I mean, at that point, you knew it was like, I won't say the fix was in, but every team had 2 or 3 times that they could have chosen him, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So at that point, you knew, okay.
Yeah, it was
'Cause he was the best player on the board for probably 2 or 3 rounds
for sure
before somebody grabbed him. And I mean,
Yeah.
where in history have you start getting to the end of the second round, you just start to grab the best player.
Yeah.
And he was obviously the best player on anybody's board.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you all have anything to add to the show, if you got something you want to say, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and we'll address it. All right. Don't just sit by and watch. Participate. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the football season starts. So all eyes will be on him at that time.
It's a lot of pressure.
I can guarantee you that.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, he wanted it. Yeah, I mean, you want the bright lights. He about to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So is.
He about to flood the headlines, buddy.
I like the mix though. I like the mix of him not getting drafted though, but him wanting it. I like how he gonna come into the season with some hunger behind himself though, with a little fire. He's got a point to prove now, so it should be interesting. And he is a damn good quarterback, but he's got to get in there and play into these systems now and produce. Nobody cares about nothing else in the NFL but producing. He's got to be able to produce and plan that system down in Cleveland.
When preseason start? What, like September?
Yeah, it's coming. It's
preseason
coming.
Start September. Okay,
it's coming. Yeah,
mark your calendars. Get ready, because he'll be out there doing preseason. Because that's when they have all the rookies and everything out there on the field that's doing preseason.
Oh yeah, it's time.
They're gonna decide because because that's the chopping block.
Yes, sir.
They got a couple guys. They got to, this is the thing. I don't think all those quarterbacks they got on that roster are probably going to make it. I mean, when I say make it, they're probably going to trade one of those or two of those guys away. Because I mean, you didn't sign you got they signed Flacco, then they got who they else did? They got Gabriel. Didn't they? Dylan Gabriel from
yeah, I know they got 2 QBs.
Yeah, they got they got So I mean, somebody, by training camp, another team's gonna need a quarterback. So somebody's getting traded. Now, who that is, which one of the 3 or 4?
Traded, cut. They definitely not keeping all them QBs.
No, at all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. Let's get into your big unk. What was he thinking? What's your thoughts? Let us hear. Chime in if you're watching at home or watching on the tablet, whatever. Chime in. Give us your thoughts on Uncle Shannon.
I want to hear Janelle. Janelle looked like she just got some shit on her chest. She need to get off. Go and speak on it, Janelle. Go ahead.
You know what? I play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's how I feel about it. I think I know men like him who are in their mid-50s like that, wearing skinny joggers and crossbody purses, and I'm just saying, like, I know them who just won't age gracefully, just age gracefully. You can still be fit, you can still be youthful, you can still, be all of those things. But unfortunately, there are men like him who identify themselves when they're aging with having to have. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with a younger woman. Okay, that's fine. But a teenager, come on, like, make it make sense. Like a 19-year-old, and we all know what type of relationship he was trying to have, because it's not like they was trying to. He was trying to have conversations with her. Like,
the conversation
what that was about. But then he obviously was taking it too far, even when it came to that. It still wasn't even appropriate just to have a sexual relationship with someone of that age. And I get that, sometimes women in your own age group, depending on, and it's not every woman, but, there may be many who, maybe settled in their ways or whatever. They're not fun or vibrant or whatever, this thing that you got going on in your head. But there comes a time you need to sit your ass down somewhere. You can still go travel. You can still go hang out, go to nice bars and restaurants and stuff like that. But that whole saying when he said, I date my wage and not my age, you a clown for that. You just a clown for that, because then you end up being exactly what you were to her, and that's the trick. And they say, and just like the rapper said, it ain't tricking if you got it. It's always tricking whether you got it or not. I'm sorry, especially to women. I'm telling you, we always gonna see it as tricking. It doesn't matter if you have it or not. And even just watching him, like the way he walks, the way he moves. We're technically in the same age bracket, and the way he carries himself, I wouldn't necessarily be attracted to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no, dude, because you a lame. You like here, old dude trying to pass for younger. Like, that's a turn off. You know what I mean? And then for you to lure this girl with your money.
Wait a minute.
He got played by 19-year-old.
I don't think lure is the correct word. She was the OnlyFans model.
No, right. That's not where he met her. He met her at the gym. And so I am going to use the word lure, because when you just graduated from high school last year, and a year later, you about to be a millionaire. Like, who does that? Where does that happen? If you don't have a specific talent, if you're not Kobe Bryant, or you're not, some sort of mega star, what talent did she have? She just happened to meet him at the gym. And so of course she knew who he was. Yeah, his money, would have been the only reason why she was interested in him. It had nothing to do with his looks, nothing to do with his conversation, because she didn't care nothing about that. That dude, he pulled her based on his money. And
I don't think that's age contenders though. That goes up to the women that are 50 and over.
I understand, but we're not talking about when we're talking about this situation. Can we talk about this situation? We're not going to talk about other folks. Let's talk about him in this situation. His money is what lured her in, and she played him, and she got his ass, and he didn't even see it coming. He got played by a 19-year-old because he's a lame.
Wow. All right.
Well, I got a theory, and this is a long running theory that but I'll give you the cliff notes. I believe a lot of times black men and white women both get together because they both envy certain weak-minded, I won't say weak-minded, but certain black men get together with white women because they both envy something that the white man has. The women want the power. They figure they're women, so they figure the only way they can sit there and get the power is with a man. So they can't get the white man's power, so they'll get with a black man and figure it'll make it more powerful. The black men want access, and what gets them access is having that white woman with them. This is just a thought I always have. So I think that's what that's the lore. In my mind, that's what it is. I mean, because when I look at the type of guys I know that date white women, they want to be accepted. That's why they date white women. Primarily, I'm talking about the ones that exclusively. Of course, there's outliers. These people find love where you find it. I'm not against that, but I'm saying the guys. We all know the guys with the clean shaves and those guys. They basically they want to be included.
Like that one Republican Negro, Tim Smith.
What you talking about, Uncle Tim?
Yeah,
not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tim.
That's the very one you talking about.
So if you notice one thing, I never mentioned her race. I mentioned her age. Like, you brought white. I never mentioned about her being white. If she was black, he's a clown for that. A 19-year-old. No, I'm sorry. So it's not even a race thing with me right now. It's not even race, although he may have a fixation about that, and I would be more apt to believe that, especially if it was older white women. I mean like 25 and older at least. I don't know, but at this point, I'm more appalled by the fact that she's so much like a third of his age. That's more appalling than.
Well, hold on. So what will we say about Tracy Ellis Ross then right now?
We
That-
so we're not gonna see again.
That was my next question. Is it a double standard when it comes to men and women in that?
Tracy Ellis Ross is not. She said she likes to date younger men. She didn't say teenagers. She's not dating 20-something-year-olds.
Do we know that?
Younger men. She
Do we
said
know
younger.
that she's not dating a 20-year-old? We know that?
Listen, she's not. I'm telling you right now, no grown ass woman for the most part. We don't see shit attractive about a 20-some-year-old dude. But we're not talking about. Let's use facts. Let's talk about facts. Let's not be hypothetical and try to throw dirt on her. Don't throw dirt on her just to defend this bullshit that he's doing. There's no
I'm
evidence.
just saying. We'll take the. Go ahead.
Here's an equivalent, basically almost to that, because it's about the same age gap. How about Patti LaBelle and her little 40-something-year-old boyfriend?
Oh, man. It's not.
What about Madonna?
It's definitely. You know why it's not? Because those people have lived life experience. So I'm saying, even if they're 30 and over, they are mature enough in the brain to understand what they're doing. So you're dealing with a 19-year-old. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter, AJ. I don't care if he was 70 and she was 44 or 40. That's a 30-year gauge. It wouldn't be no conversation. I don't give a damn. But 40-year-old can make a good decision. It's just an age gap. That's fine. My issue with it is a 19-year-old. Black, white, purple, rainbow. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I get it. I get it.
Not the age difference. It is the age of the girl. Or if it was a woman, if Tracy Ellis Ross was dealing with a 19-year-old, she'd be a pedo too to me. It's
right. You know what? Because somebody said, dude, she ain't even old enough to drink your liquor. What's the name of his liquor? What's it called?
Mojo Brooks, yeah. The Portier.
Yeah, the Portier. She can't even drink that. So what
you know what? You know what? That brings up some strange things too. Let's just think about these crazy laws, right? The laws in Missouri state that as long as a female is 17 years old, she's legal. That's crazy. 17. And she can have all the Shannon she wants. That's crazy. That is insane. 17.
I got to Google that.
No, that's a fact. 17 is the legal age in Missouri. Yeah, for sure.
She can go get married, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 17. That's crazy.
You gotta understand what's legal and what's moral are not always the same thing. So
I get that point. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but what's legal and what really makes sense is like, come on, what you got in common? I mean, Damon, for real, like what you got in common with a 22-year-old, other than
well, not just speaking for myself, but for Shannon in particular, and for guys like Shannon, he's not looking for nothing in common. He's trying to smash something, and that's it.
There you go.
He even said, I'll give you some money. I don't give a hell. I just wanted to smash. I ain't looking for nothing else.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so again, it's that to me, whether it was a man doing it or a woman doing it, you rob in a way a certain amount of development from a person when they're that young. It's like the natural progression that a person goes through. You need to be dealing with people on your same level, because you can run circles around someone and that age you. And funny thing about it, she played him. That's the killing part about it. He got played by a 19-year-old. But reality is there's a reason why you got those laws where it says that, you like an 18-year-old shouldn't be dealing with someone 2 years or more younger than them. That's why you have those laws. It's a maturity thing. And it's damaging. If you think about these young girls, and it happens often, who are, how it was in high school, them 14-year-olds, a freshman up there got him a boy in college, or a 19-year-old drug dealer, whatever they got going on. And it's all cute and fun and games in. But what you're doing to the development of that girl at the time is criminal. But people don't necessarily see it that way. That's the only point I'm making. Like, it has an effect on that person's development as they grow older, because the things that she ends up being exposed to Even though they say, oh, she's only fans, why she done this, she done this. She ain't been alive long enough to be doing all the shit that this Negro probably has done.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm just saying, it just I'm just saying from a developmental standpoint, emotionally, physically, it's just not it as grown, fully formed adults. It's irresponsible to do that. They even if she gonna do all that freaky shit, let her do it with someone in her age range, and they can be freaky together. I don't know. I just got a problem with that, male or female.
I'm glad to hear you say male or female too, because it kind of seems in a lot of cases there is a big double standard there. Like, you know, and I'm sure we've all heard it before. She got her a young man, and you know, Stella got her groove back, and this and that.
Yeah, but you're not gonna. One thing about grown ass women, we definitely Stella got a groove back with a grown ass man though. He was at least in his 30s and she's in her 40s. My point is, most grown ass women don't find anything attractive by a goofy ass 20-something-year-old or upper teenage boy. That's my point. So although I did say it doesn't matter to me, but if there's a grown ass woman who's his age messing with a 19 or 20-year-old, I would feel the exact same way. But if you gonna
listen,
rare something like that.
All these teachers sleeping with these little ass boys.
Well,
it ain't just on the men's side. Now it sounds good what you're saying, and I hear you. But these women out here are just as bad. They fucking these little boys.
Are too, but yeah, I understand.
On the whole football.
They don't look like me.
And high school boys.
They don't look like me.
Man, it's wild out here.
Yeah.
Now I mean, they just as bogus now. That's some shit right there.
It's crazy. For sure.
It's all they all see.
I agree with you 100%.
100%. All
right. So before we get off this, just real quick, you'll think I had a partner that told me the energy of a young woman makes you feel younger yourself, and I was like, there's an angle I hadn't thought about. I don't know that myself, but he's just like, between the energy and the ego boost, and and then they get to relive their youth. I mean, it's kind of like they get to turn it back and do fun, quote unquote, fun things. That they would, even though we look at them like, hey, you're here with your dad. No, I mean, but
right.
Okay, Peter Pan.
Hey, no, now hold on. Let me say that I've lost friends. I mean, I got a 25 and a 29-year-old, so I've lost friends. I mean, that date. If you date a 24, 25, and my immediate thought is, when you came over my house, were you looking at my daughters? That's my immediate thought. So, I mean, it's not for me, but I mean, for my friends that don't have children, I mean, I don't necessarily, we don't see eye to eye on that, but I mean, I guess that's what, then you think about, the social norms inside the country. Patriarchy has conditioned people to, men to become providers. So they want to be, they get to be, is that a sick thought? I was gonna say daddy with benefits, but that's incestuous. So I'm gonna quit while
No, man, you know what? It's just that certain person, and I'm sure we all got friends who are just extremely attracted to younger women. It's either they like them young girls for some reason, and then you got some, more like us who just like, we got daughters. It's just, even if we didn't, it's just really it's not our thing. But it's just that certain guy who likes them little young ass girls. I just don't get it. And I think he's the same way. He just liked them little ass girls.
Yeah. And I always had a problem with them kind of guys that be like, man, wait till she get older. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they looking at them young girls like that, they're like, man, wait till she get older, man.
Now that's some weird shit. But I think
those are creepers right there.
What they're trying to do is energy. I think that's what it is, because even me at my age, dealing with a man my age, if they're not, see, for me to be my age, I exercise, I eat right, I stay in touch with things. So I am, for my age, I won't say I'm exceptional when it comes to certain things, but I am in a lot of ways. And so for a man to keep up with me, see, I would be the perfect example of a woman like, yeah, I need a younger dude, because these old dudes right here, I'm looking at dudes my age and I'm like, they want to sit down, lay up, watch a movie, I'm like, shit, I'm trying to be outside, or hang or kick it. I'm out running, I'm doing all the things I'm doing, I'm involved this and the third. So I have that energy and I have that vitality because I'm taking care of myself inside and out. And so I understand I would be drawn to a younger spirit, but I don't want a younger man. If I got one, I want him to be older in his, in his behavior, I guess. But that's what I think that they're more attracted to. There's this thing that as we get older, you're all settled and everything, but there can be a balance though. Like, I don't know. I think that's what they're more attracted to rather than women their own age. But there are some of us out here that are keeping ourselves together. That are not overweight. That still are, fairly good condition and fairly good shape and can stay up past 9 o'clock on most nights. I do be trying to get my sleep in, but that's another story. You know what I mean? So I think it's more not that they like the little bitty girls, but they're attracted to that energy.
I heard a woman refer to the men in that upper age range who look and ready to, to try to settle down, who don't do much or anything because they're looking for hospice wives.
Mm.
Damn.
Hospice wives, that's wild.
Because they at that time, they done it all now. So they, now they ready to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all seen that meme where you got this brother sitting in the wheelchair talking about, I'm ready to settle down now. You know what I mean? Like, right. And that's how it be. See, you out here while you spent, a good part of your adulthood running around chasing that young tail around. But when it gets down to those times, then do they recognize the signs of stroke? You know what I'm saying? Like, them your girls ain't trying to do none of that. And are they gonna wipe your ass and change your diaper? Probably not. You start having those types of needs, they gonna be gone. Whereas you get you a real one to hold you down, they might be there in the end for you. Well, they probably will be.
Another quick angle. I know we'll get off this, but it could be like either the phobia of they may be scared of commitment, or they just like control, or both. Basically, you don't really, you don't really have to commit. A young woman really wants to sit there and live life. So you could pretty much do what you want to do. Let her go out and do, because you really, I guess you're playing with house money at that point. And if she does, you end up doing something, you could definitely kind of mentally, I guess this is predatory when you think about it. You can mentally dominate her probably fairly easily, and kind of control everything ideologically, at least. Because you got all the money, you got all the money, you got all the knowledge. You supposedly have all the knowledge. You should have more money than her, so you can kind of groom, I guess.
Yeah.
Therein lies my point. Thank you.
Okay. Let's move on to this last topic before we get out of here. Let's touch on this last speaking point before we get out of here. I just saw this story last night about the little girl that was she was dancing on top of a truck and fell off and immediately got run over by a fire truck. Did any of you know her or anything? Because I know it was in St. Louis, but I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook, but it was a news station out of Austin, Texas. So, I mean, what do y'all know about that? My sister said that was right up the street from her.
Yeah, it was in Midtown off Compton. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad and tragic story, but that's lately I won't say lately, especially now the weather's breaking. You know, these kids, they getting down, they getting downtown, they getting around, and they're driving. They're just driving through the city. And so apparently she was on top of an Escalade, and it was at a light. And I guess it was turning left. And so as it started to move, while she was up there twerking on the roof, you know, and she ended up falling off, hitting the pavement. So I wonder if, like, when she hit, because you know how high an Escalade is, and there was that impact. She probably was already pretty. I don't know if she was deceased when she hit the impact upon hitting the pavement. I'm sure she was pretty messed up. But within, I don't know how long that time. They say within moments. That's how they say it was within moments. A fire engine had lights and sirens on going to a call, and of course it was at night. It was 11 something at night. And even if they did see her in the middle of the street, you gotta think about what the braking time is for a vehicle that large. There's probably no way that could have been avoided anyway. It's sad, it's an unfortunate event, and I hope that, you know, and I know a lot of our young people don't really watch the news per se, but they are on social media. It is making its rounds. It's been on VOTP news. It's and I hope, and even the parents, when they did an interview, were hoping that this served as a wake-up call to not do things like that can, you know, cause you your life. Because, you know, if it saves one more person, then good. It's unfortunate that this young lady made a poor decision. Her parents even said that by doing what she did, and, you know, rest her soul. But what I did not like about that situation is that people were trying to attack the fire department, like blaming them for running over, like they didn't, you know, that was unavoidable to me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that whole, you know, I mean, I'm very curious to see. I haven't seen. Are they going to charge the driver?
I know they talked about the state possibly picking the charges up for the driver.
Oh, of the Escalade.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a kid too, right? They were all kids. There was a kid too. They were all kids.
Sadly, though, I don't think that's going to keep kids off the top of cars, and whether it's the ones who hanging out the door while they boy doing burnouts, or the ones, you know, riding on top of cars. I just don't think that's enough to scare them. The kids are fearless these days. They don't fear anything at this point. They don't fear death. They don't fear jail. They don't fear the police. They don't fear their parents. They don't fear you. You know. You know.
No, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, you just go to YouTube and there's literally hundreds of videos of kids doing burnouts, getting thrown out of cars, hitting curbs, and getting hit by those cars doing burnouts. There's literally hundreds of videos of it.
Yes,
so
that was my next thing.
It's just not. It's it won't happen to me. Is there? It seems like that's their mindset. Well, that's not me. I won't get hit. I'm not dumb.
Right.
You know. Well, no, you're being unsafe. It's not dumb. It's just, you know, terribly unsafe. But I guess they don't see it that way.
Yeah.
It's like what somebody said they'd rather go. Stephen just said they'd rather go viral. You know, and that's what it's all about. Them trying to get that little 15 minutes of fame to go viral. And you know,
the likes. They want the likes, baby.
Right. They want the likes and the video. They want that glow up. I guess that's what they call it. So. But anyway, so all right. Well, we're gonna call that a wrap on this episode of Unprivileged AF podcast. Big shout out to the fam, Janelle, DA, D-Mage, and Christy. We'll catch you next round. We came, we questioned, we kicked over a few piles, and hopefully gave y'all something real to chew on. If you laughed, nodded, got mad, or had an aha moment, do us a solid. Like, comment, subscribe. We ain't just talking, we building. And remember, life is short. It's the longest thing you'll ever do. So speak truth, live loud, and stay unprivileged AF. We out.